A jungle warfare expert from US Special Forces once said, "In Vietnam, if you encounter a Vietnamese person in the high mountains and the dense forest, barefoot, with a dirty face, messy hair, and no sandals, you must be extremely cautious and not underestimate them. If you turn the head away, you might get shot from behind or stabbed with a knife. They are like jungle chameleons that always instill fear." These were American remarks about our special forces. On the ground, they were extremely afraid of this. Therefore, all the Americans wanted was to force Vietnam into aerial combat. Of course, using aircraft or anything else for combat was not the strength of the Vietnamese people. At the time, for Americans, Vietnam was a country where people had never ever seen a radio. So how could they know about missiles? Even if they received missile aid, they wouldn't know how to use them. For American pilots at the time, Vietnamese missiles looked like flying electric poles simply because they were as big as electric poles, and our troops just knew how to press the button to launch them from the base. Controlling them to fly in the enemy's direction was impossible. Therefore, missiles posed no threat to American pilots at all. They always laughed like proud fathers whenever they saw our missiles being launched, attacking B-52s by evading them or striking them at their takeoff locations. These were tactics our troops successfully employed, as mentioned previously. With Soviet-supplied missiles, surely we could shoot down B-52s. To put it simply, the eye of the field at Meeting National Stadium could perfectly fit 2 B-52s. Each aircraft's length and width are roughly equal to 1/4 of the field. The height of a B-52 is equivalent to a 4-story building in Vietnam. Its maximum ceiling is 15 kilometers with a speed of up to 960 kilometers per hour. Flying from Saigon to Hanoi, a distance of over 1,000 kilometers, would take these B-52s only about an hour. Those are just the dimensions of a B-52. But its most fearsome aspect is its ability to carry up to 30 tons of bombs and fly continuously for 9 hours without refueling. Additionally, it has many onboard electronic jamming devices to prevent missiles from detecting and shooting it down. According to some captured American pilots, the jamming system on a single B-52G model was as expensive as an F-4D fighter jet. Because of these specifications, the Americans boasted excessively about their flying super cannon. Using electronic technology, the US Air Force claimed they could blind North Vietnam's entire radar system and neutralize all of our opponent's air defenses. Now, they said, the US Air Force could bomb any target in North Vietnamese territory as easily as walking in an empty sky. They claimed B-52s were invulnerable and could only fall due to weather or technical malfunction, but never from North Vietnamese anti-aircraft fire. Of course, these were just American boasts. In reality, many of their pilots were captured alive and became residents of Hỏa Lo prison. The reason for the Dien Bien Phu in the air in 1972 was that the Saigon Army has suffered a painful defeat in the previous Lam Son 719 campaign. The US strategy of Vietnamization of the war had completely failed, forcing the US to personally intervene, asserting itself as a superpower and seeking to withdraw troops from the position of strength. The US intention was like saying, "We're just teaching you a lesson, showing you who's the boss. Don't try this again, understand? We're letting you off this time, but next time, we won't hold back." That was the American idea. But how to make it a reality was not simple. The American people were strongly opposing the war, tired of seeing their children leave families for a place where their bodies might not even be found to be brought home. That's why in the 1972 US presidential election, Nixon stood up to debate, much like Donald Trump and Biden are doing now. He deceived the entire American population, saying, "Rest assured, peace is within reach. Your children will return home soon. Just trust me and vote for me."